What happens when you fooling around with somebody else's husband and the man you fooling around with messes around and becomes famous? Well, you just might mess around and become famous too, for all the wrong reasons. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Martell and Melody Holt, Martell's mystery woman, who he's been in a relationship with for 3 years, simultaneously with his wife. Who is she? What does she do? What does she look like? How old is she? Where did she come from? What does she have that Melody doesn't? You had questions? Yes, Gawd Action News has answers. Catch these teas. Good morning on this illustrious Tuesday morning. It's September 10th, 2019, and this is Funky Dineva Chum coming at you live from the WAN studios with the morning edition of Yes, Gawd Action News. Now, those of you guys out there who've been following the channel knows that the Funky Bunch, as well as the world, has fallen in love with Carlos King's latest creation, Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is on season 2 on the OWN network. Now, reality TV shows on OWN have a tendency to be wholesome, full of love, full of life, full of learning lessons. We got Fix Your Life Iyanla, Welcome to Sweetie Pies. But what happens when the mess meets the best? The OWN network gives us Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is slowly becoming Love in Hip Hop Alabama. Yes, God. Stir it up if you're drinking your morning coffee. Martell and Melody Holt, the it couple of Huntsville. We got the blonde hair bombshell and fine ass cat daddy with the construction company. That's right, construction is still Alabama. For those of you who are in the dark about what's going on, Love and Marriage Huntsville is a show on the OWN network that shows relationships in 3 separate phases. Newlyweds, been together for a while, infidelity. I mean, quiet as it's kept. They say 50% of marriages end in divorce. So at some point, everybody was a newlywed, everybody was good at one moment, and everybody was going through infidelity. But that's a whole nother episode for a whole nother show. At any rate, the show's it couple, Melody and Martell Holt, have been experiencing infidelity. Well, they've been experiencing more than infidelity. They've been in a 3-way love affair for 3 years. In the words of Myra Jackson, I don't want to be caught in the middle, baby, of a 3-way love affair, because 3 is the crowd. Look it up. Unsung, TV One. At any rate, everybody wants to know, after Martell called this woman a peasant, who is she? If you have not caught the first episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, be sure to go to the OWN network channel, catch it on full episodes or bootleg cable or Sling TV or on the YouTube. It's somewhere, child. But at any rate, Martell has been in a relationship with this woman for over 3 years. Last season, we didn't have no idea who this woman was. This season opens up, we find a little bit more about this woman. He refers to her as a peasant, but in the same breath, we find out that he's been in a relationship with this woman for 3 damn years. So the question everybody has on their mind, and I know y'all watching this video like Dineva Chum, please just spill the tea, girl. Stop talking. Who is this woman? In 3, 2, 1, meet Martell Holt's alleged mistress, Miss Arian Curry. My air conditioner went off just in time. So listen, I put an APB out for the mistress of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Martell Holt, yesterday, and the Huntsville correspondence went to work, baby. They flooded my email box. Okay, let me tell you something. iPower had done called me and told me I needed to buy an extra 64 megabytes. That many emails was just coming in. The first email came in about 5 minutes after putting out the request. Several inquiries and emails later, I was able to vet the information and confirm that allegedly this is her. I don't need nobody trying to sue me, okay? We is a startup news company and we is bled like this, not like this. We ain't got no legal department, okay? Yes, God. So we working with the little bit of resources that we got, okay? Listen, and then the Yes, Gawd Action News disclaimer. I don't make the news, I just report it. But I do got about 6 or 7 emails that I do want to read to y'all, putting the T's together on his alleged mistress, Miss Ariane Kirby. Now, the first email that I got, the very first one, revealed that mama is educated fish, okay? She had went down to the school and got her degree in nursing. They say mama is an RN down to the Huntsville hospital. Child, after this report break, she probably want to take some FMLA, take a couple of days off, because she, oh Lord, this woman gonna be embarrassed down to her job. And you know, nurses is nothing but women, and a lot of them got husbands who is home alone while they is working 3 days on and 3 days off. See, that's the problem with this alleged mistress. Them 3 days on, 5 days on, they gave her a whole lot of time to fool la la allegedly with this lady husband. At any rate, the next email came in, and the next email that came in, baby, this one was very informative, okay? This one came from somebody who was close to Miss Ariane Kirby that spilled all the tea. They said the young lady that Martel is in love with, I know her, and she did not wreck his home because Martel and Melody were legally separated when they got together. Melody pulled the divorce when OWN picked up the show. Melody and her friends jumped this girl, almost 10 years younger than them, and they also tried to run her over at an outdoor shopping mall in Huntsville. If I truly exposed everything I knew, Melody would not be anyone's favorite. Martel is trying to hook up with different females. I know a few that he has tried to get with. Also, please keep me anonymous. Yes, God, honey, I ain't got no, we don't never reveal our sources over here, because in the words of my sister, Messy C, bitch, we love the mess. And you one of our most secure correspondence we got on the ground. Now, you put one part in this email I'm interested in that said, if I truly exposed everything I knew about Melody, she wouldn't be anyone's favorite. Well, girl, you don't went on ahead and exposed the hell out of Ariane Kirby. Why not go on ahead and expose what you know about Melody? Let the children know what's going on. And for those of you guys who are concerned about Melody Holt being pregnant, you know, we is decent over here at WGAN. Yes, Gawd Action News. I did make it a point before this expose broke to reach out to the producers of the show to let them know that this report would be dropping, so this woman would not be blindsided by her husband's mistress being made famous. Now, Miss Mistress Fish, here is where I take my Connie Chung wig off and give you some old lady under the tree wisdom. You are in a predicament right now. You got several options, sweetie, and how this pans out for you depends on how cool, calm, and collected you can be and how you handle grace under fire. Now, it takes two to tango. But let's face it, in American society, the woman is always going to be the one who is going to be deemed the home wrecker, despite the fact that that man took them vows with that woman and not you. Nevertheless, right now, everybody is looking at you as the home wrecker, and there will be nothing you can do to shake that stigma. So in the words of a very, very wise woman, she said to me one time, pay me for my pain. You've got options. Now that your alleged identity has been revealed, there will be some interest in you, in your story, in your involvement, and in the secrets that you keep. Do not be a simple bitch and allow your emotions and embarrassment to get the best of you and cause you to misstep. Get paid for your pain. Do not make the first mistake everybody try to do is go get all emotional and try to get videos and pictures removed from the internet and all this, that, and the third, because the fact of the matter is you live in a small community. It's out there. You're going to continue to be laughed at, picked at, prodded at, and pointed at. When you go to the grocery store, when you go to work, and if you have any kids, when you drop their ass off to school, it's too late. Whether the pictures are on the internet or not. At this point, you now need to get ahead of the story. So let me tell you what's about to happen. You are going to receive phone call, email, some sort of inquiry from people connected with this TV show. They are going to ask you to hold off on making any public responses, doing any interviews, talking to any blogs, any reporters, or any radio stations, because they want to capture it for the show. They're going to make you all kind of assurances that they will give you a platform for you to be able to tell your side of the story. here is where you need to be smart. Whether you do interviews, sell books, sell ads, sell stolen medicine from down to the Huntsville hospital, they will still have an interest in your story. The ball is now in your court. And you gotta be smart here, sister. You gotta be smart. You gotta understand, the show is in cahoots with Melody and Martell Holt. Them people gonna tell you any and everything to get what they want from you, but the narrative will lean in the favor of Martell and Melody Holt. With that being said, if I was Olivia Pope talking to you, my client, I would tell you to go ahead and tell your story on the most non-biased platform you can find and still show interest in telling your story on that show. See, if you tell your story in advance, the show has no other choice than to corroborate or go along with the canal that you've already dug out. But if you tell your story one time first and first on that show, they can edit it any way they want, and then subsequently you will now be playing catch up, and your PR machine is not going to be as large as theirs. So my advice to you is get out your feelings, get out that man's bed, get out his DMs, get your ass in front of this damn story, and let the people know what's going on. I mean, you can always email me, baby. We can set up a Skype interview today. And if you don't want to do it on Skype, baby, we can do it on the phone. Baby, you can send me an email. You can reach me by an airplane. You can reach me by railway. We don't care how we get the story. We just want to get it if we can. And if not, go to a trusted, reputable media source that you trust and tell your story. They telling yours. You already been called a peasant. Everybody already looking at you as a home wrecker. Harness that pain into some change. That's all I have to say. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know what y'all think about Martell, Melody, Arian. You know, Melody, I am so sorry that you are going through what it is you're going through, being pregnant, but that was a silly ass choice that you made. I want to send a word of caution to my girl, Tisha Scott. Daughter, I love you to death. But something in my hole, oh Lord, I done fucked around and told all my business this morning. Freudian slip. Something in my soul tells me the emails with your man's lover and secretary gonna be coming in pretty soon next. So if I was you, I'd go ahead and have a good kiki with my homegirls, but I would study how Melody weathered this storm. Because looking at how Martell thrown Marceau's ass up under the bus in conjunction with Marceau's, you know, let me keep you tucked away in the house behavior that the whole world sees, I would not be surprised if your emails come through next, and the only difference is your emails are going to be coming through from scorned lovers. Because I can tell Marceau is the type of man that when the heat got hot on him, he ended that shit with them hoes real quick, fast, in a hurry, and abruptly, and they want some answers. And if they can't get no answers, they gonna want some get back. And them emails gonna hit funkydineva@funkydineva.com. At any rate, y'all, this is Funky Dineva Chung at the Gawd Action News Studios, WJAN, signing off, and I'll call you later. Bye. Child, hide your husband, they fucking everybody out here. Hide them from these hoes.